Thank God I finally found my calling. It's to be a chaplain and to bring hope, love, and encouragement to challenging circumstances. Life is about finding out what God created us to do and pursuing that with all that we have. I'm a firm believer that you don't have to be in ministry to do ministry, but I'm absolutely certain that bringing hope to the hurting and isolated is what I was created to do with my life. To show you how that can look like for me, I'd like to tell you another brief encounter. At the last fires up in the Inland Empire and Anaheim Hills, I worked at a shelter, and there were families coming in that lost everything. And these people just lost their house, everything. And one family sticks out that they came in just black from going through whatever was left of their house, a mom and a dad and 2 kids. And they walked in like zombies, wouldn't talk with each other, they were just not even present. And I was sitting there with Siba, and they walked towards us, and then the wife looked at Siba, and at that moment you can tell, they're angry at everybody. They're angry at God, they're angry at the firefighters didn't save their house, they're angry at the police, they're angry at their neighbors, they're angry at themselves, they're angry at their husband or wife, and they're even angry at their kids. They're just angry at everybody. And they walked in, and the wife just snapped out for a moment, looked at Siba, and you could tell her mind was probably going, what is this dog doing in here? And she just went down, started to pet Siba, and then her husband and kids just kept looking, and then they went down and started petting Siba. And then they started talking to Siba, and then they started talking to me, and we were having an intimate conversation, and then they started to talk with each other. And because of that encounter, they were able to snap out of the craziness, get up, and tackle all the challenging things that were still ahead for them. Pause for Cause is a newer ministry under the umbrella of His Chaplain for You, and focusing mainly on kids and outreach-related ministries like the Siba Project. The goal of the Siba Project is to provide thousands of stuffed animals modeled after Siba, like this one, to hospitalized, special needs, and less fortunate children and those we reach and serve. For each $25 we raise, we're able to give one of these Siba likenesses to a sick or forgotten child or lonely senior to extend the memory of our time together. The other main outreach ministry of Pause for Cause is to organize our annual 5K event. Pause for Cause 5K, 5K dog run, and 1K kids fun run on August 2nd at Mile Square Park in Fountain Valley. All of us at His Chaplain for You and Pause for Cause, including myself, live by donations only. So the success of the event on August 2nd is crucial to our ministries. The outcome of the Pause for Cause 5K event is dictating how we will be able to do ministry and how many sick, forgotten, and lonely children, adults, and seniors we can reach. We can't do it alone. We made a huge investment in time and money to put on the Pause for Cause 5K event at Mile Square Park. We invited any nonprofit organization free of charge, including our club here, any other Rotary Club, CCI, Orange County Rescue Mission, Kiwanis, Operation OC, the Children's Bureau, El Viento, Big Brother, Big Sisters, kids from foster homes, any teenagers from group homes, Olive Crest, different churches from different denominations, all local shelters and rescue groups, to just name a few. The ones that signed up will get a 10 by 10 booth, and they can accept donations and volunteer applications at no cost to them. I wanted to send a message with this approach. One is that we have to stand together and do it together, as well as making sure that people don't just know what the Christian church is against, but also know and see what we're all about. It is an honor for me to see what has happened over the last months. I could tell you stories all day that clearly show me and you that God is all over this endeavor. We have sponsors, supporters, participants, And with Sylvia Merito and Scott Specios as MCs, this event is becoming bigger and bigger. The latest news, hot off the press from yesterday, is that the Lakers girls will be at the event in full uniform and ready to sign autographs, hand out awards, and have their picture taken with people that signed up for the run or the walk. But all of us at the team, on the team, are excited to see and find out what else God has up his sleeves for August 2nd and the future. When we had a booth at the farmers market in downtown Huntington Beach to promote our 5K, one of my board members and I talked about what would make the 5K run a success and how many runners we need to be successful. Shortly after that conversation, a couple came up to the booth with a boy about 7, 8 years old, and they asked, "What is this all about? What do you guys do?" And I told them, and while I looked at them, I felt I knew them, but I couldn't put them in the right place. And I told them, and they started to smile. And the boy opens up his wallet, and there's $2 in the wallet. And he said, "You may not remember me, but over the last 2 years, you came to see me with SIBA. I had no hair. I went from one chemo to the next. I was dying. And when you came in with SIBA and you spent time with me, it was encouraging, and it was just what made my day, and it was special." He gave me this, he takes the $2, he gives them to me, and he goes, "I wish I could give you much more. I'll give you my hair, I'll give anything I got." And I started crying, I started bawling. And I wish, I mean, here's all these people, and they're there, and then they leave, and and I'm just overwhelmed. And after a while, I just, my volunteers and my board members came over, "Are you okay?" And I told them, and I said to one, I said, I didn't even write down his last name and his phone number. Imagine if we would have this story, we put it on our website, it would make huge impact. And one of my board members said, "Roy, this was not for the website, this was for you." And that made me realize that we're on the right track, doing what God told us to do, and with that, we're already successful. I hope I gave you a little glimpse what SIBA, Micah, and I do, but my vision is much far bigger. I feel God wants us to reach out way more, have more teams go out and bring hope to people who go through loss and are lonely. Work with even more local churches and nonprofit organizations who will collaborate with Pause for Cause and His Chaplain for You to do local outreaches so we can go to more hospitals, senior living homes, schools, corporations, nonprofit organizations, daycare centers, foster homes, hotels, disaster areas, and places we don't even think about right now. Have chaplains, areas in local malls, airport, hotels, businesses, bringing hope, love, and encouragement to challenging circumstances. Thank you so much.